go. Actually, let me check my Discord stuff first thing, please, thank you. Oh. Please and thank you, and please, and all that sort of jazz. Alright. Didn't it? I didn't mean to hit that. Watch the video to win 200 orbs. Okay. Well, I guess that's going on and everything like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Ramoniacs. It's Mr. Romo Rose who's here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Elden Ring Night Rain. Today we're going to be doing another installment of our Arborias the Abyss Walker playthrough, aka our Wilder playthrough, Dawn being Dawn, you know, as Arborias, not Arborias and everything. So yeah, while I get things loaded up, I'm going to explain everything as much as I can. So, in the last stream that I did, I managed to make some more progress in the game, taking on the next two bosses that were in the roster, which was Equilibrious Beast and Dark Drift Knight. Now, because of how I had queued up against both of them at the same time, I got Dark Drift Knight first, and then afterwards I managed to get Libra. So yeah, and now we're gonna be trying to do a little thing of trying to attempt to fight the final two bosses. We're not dealing with DLC bosses. I'll kind of get to that more a little bit, but we're kind of gonna do a little thing with Fissure in the Fog, aka Caligo, and Night Aspect, aka Hilster or Hellster, whatever the fuck you say it. Remember that. Alright, so yeah. And yeah, I am on Raider right, and I know I'm on Raider right now because I was kind of like playing around with some random builds and everything like that, especially the one that you see before you, because I was doing a bit of a thing where it's like I was trying to think like something that I thought would be good, and that I was playing around with like some red relics and everything like that, because I think I had like a red, and blue slot. So for Raider, and I was like looking, and I think like I just saw the the red thing. I saw like the red relic thing that has like damage taken while using character skill, improves attack power and stamina, and improves poise and all that stuff. I think I originally had that, just up and about and everything like that, and then I was like, hey, maybe I can build you something now that maybe I can be able to make use out of that for like a future build. So yeah, I decided to kind of play around with that, and so I know I'm a little bit late to streaming because and everything like that. Because I was hanging out with Onyx. We were playing a little bit of regular Elden Ring, and just overall chit chatting and stuff, and I was kind of helping them out with a few little things. But yeah, we're doing that, and then I just did like a little random solo run. I didn't fully do the whole thing, but I was doing like a little random solo run just for the hell of it until like I had like a little bit of a glitch that I came across, which basically in a nutshell, and just what happened to me, so. But basically in a nutshell, to kind of put things in perspective, if you ever play Raider and you're going and you're underneath the castle, underneath the little hallway area that leads up to the basement area, um, be careful when using Totem Stella because basically what happened to me was because I was facing the Red Wolf doggo, and he was like he was going all over the place. He was outside of the hallway and everything. And I thought like I would and I thought I would do a little thing of like, oh, I'm going to I'm going like to use Totem Stella, maybe get some more damage on them, maybe see if I can maybe that'll be like the final blow. And next thing I know, right, and it's like after it went off and whatnot, I pretty much had I was pretty much in the pitch black void. Seemingly like I was inside the fucking ceiling, and then I was trying to get out and everything like that. And next thing I know, I fell through the world. I was alive for a little bit, and I just instantly died. So yeah, random little piece of advice, from one raider to another, whoever plays them. But anyway, so let's first to get things set up by switching to Wilder, don the Abyss Walker outfit. Alright. First off, you guys may notice that my little in-game name thing is Nightlords. And there's reasons for that because this whole little thing that I've called this run is Arborias, the Abyss Walker. Now I'm pretty sure people are gonna be asking like, oh, where did you come up with names like that? Well, it came from two places actually. So the Abyss Walkers, so the Abyss Walker came from Dark Souls 3 back when I was playing it and everything. I've retired. I've long since retired from it and don't ever plan to play the game. Just kind of putting it out there. But basically, what was going on was there was this boss enemy called the Abyss Walkers. And I believe that pretty much they were donning the exact same type outfit and stuff like that that you see here, and I don't know, like and I don't know why, but like every time I heard the name the Abyss Walkers, like I was trying to think, I think like in the back of my mind I was like trying to think of something like random and funny, maybe it's a little stupid and all that, and then I came up with the Abyss Walkers. Basically, because I tried I guess you say like I tried to like make it cleverly rhyme in some sort of way. So yeah, like I tried to make it rhyme in some sort of way, and then go from there. And with the whole situation with Nat Arborias, that was that I guess you say that kind of started. I guess you say that kind of like it started off as my hate towards Nightlords. Now, I never played the Dark Souls remastered or whatever game that he's fucking in and whatnot. But I did. But my first interaction with against Nightlords funny enough, happened to be here in Night Rain. Because from DLC stuff, because from DLC, you have the possibility of being able to actually fight Artorias as, I believe, like a day 2 boss. And I could not stand him. And I will die on the hill still to this day and say that, and say that Artorias is shit. Like he's stupid ass boss. I feel like he's overhyped. I don't know why anyone likes them, and then if anyone likes them, then you're a complete moron. But as the old saying goes, opinions are like assholes. So take with that as you will. But I could not stand Notorious and everything, and all that. So I think like one random day, it's like, I tried to, I was like coming up with a name, and all that stuff, and then Night Arborias came to my mind, and I think the reason why I did that not only because to try and rhyme, because I thought that Artorias was a boring ass cunt of a boss, because like I said, I don't like him. And I know people, and I know, and I know people, have their own opinions of bosses and things like that. It is what it is. And then along the way, because I will admit, like I play a shit ton of Night Rain. I've been playing around with for like various little builds and everything, especially like for certain characters. And then I was kind of like, coming up with like random names for some characters. Like when I played as when I played as Onion Raider, and I tried to do a thing with having a build that's is based around Siegward and Katarina. I call him Siegward the Second. And even though like I did this out of my own little thing, but when I was doing my fist build run, I um I did a little thing where I referred to myself as Fisty McPunch'em. So there was that, and then I was thinking, I was like, oh, I might try and do a little thing with Wilder here because of how he has the Abyss Walker armor set and whatnot. So what I did was I tried to do a little bit I did a little bit of research and finding out what kind of build stuff to lean towards for Wilder in terms of getting relics and stuff like that. And this is what I got. So I'm using Wilder's Chalice, which has a red, yellow, and white slot, and where in the white slot you can use like a freebie slot, so you can use any color that you want. And this is the following build. So first up, we got a red Grand Burning Scene where it has a thing for Wilder where art activation spreads with fire in area and +2 in strength and dex. Then we got yellow Grand Luminous Scene where it has +2 strength and dex and also physical attack up. And then we have what I like to call the character stat changing relic. This could be a thing that you can get in the collector signboard, or possibly in Deep of Night if you play that shit, which I don't, because I think that mode's absolute trash. But basically, this is where it improves intelligence and faith on Wilder, but at the slight cost of reducing strength and dex. Excuse me. So basically, from the stuff that that I've learned and all that from the research, Artorias is apparently known to be a strength. It's going to be like it's known to be like a strength and dex build with a little bit of intelligence and faith in them. So I was like, oh, why I can be able to do that for Wilder, and then after using the blue relic, I was like, okay, maybe I can be able to find some relic stuff that has either strength, and or dex, and everything, and this is what I got. And I think it's pretty nice. I think it's a nice little build. So yeah, that's the build. And yeah, so yeah, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna hopefully try and do Caligo and Night Aspect, and hopefully we can actually be able to finish this little playthrough off. Which I mean, I'm not saying it as like a bad thing. I'm just saying hopefully we can be able to have like a decent amount of luck and and everything. Cause there's gonna be a lot of night range stuff on the channel. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. And everything. So yeah. But before I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something before I venture forth. But I kind of want to just to kind of reiterate how I do these kind of runs. So usually what I do is I play in trios, basically with like me and two other people. So yeah, I usually play in trios with a couple of randoms at most, and I usually try to do 2 bosses per stream because sometimes the expeditions themselves, can be a little long, especially going from day 1, doing stuff on day 2, and then finally get to day 3. And then depending on how things go, will determine whether or not if I VOD the whole stream, start to finish, or if I just make or just make a stream highlight video where I show a complete expedition of whatever I was able to get. Now, for the most part, I don't really do a whole lot of party chat stuff. The only person I only would do it with one person. But other than that, I don't really do a whole lot of party chat stuff. I do kind of have that door. I have kind of the door open slightly per se. If people want to someone can come on by and it was like, hey, can I build maybe play or something like that. Play some Night Raid with you or something. But I doubt that anyone's actually ever gonna be doing that. But here's what it is. And the way that I do things is if I go to as I was thinking, if I could do both bosses, vlog the whole thing. If I'm gonna do one boss for some sort of way, then I just make a video specifically on that expedition, and I usually just keep it on Twitch for the most part. But if I can't be able to beat any bosses or have any expeditions or whatnot, then I pretty much just consider that run for that time a bit of a failure, and just wait until maybe next time. Now, as far as any rules as far as any what rules go, I don't really have a whole lot other than just I try and stick it out as much as I can, unless if I'm the only person left. So, say for example, I play with a couple of randoms, and then both of them leave for whatever reason, then I leave last. The only other times that maybe slightly different is say if, for example, Night Rain gives me issues, because sometimes be oh, we got a network error occurred, so you're turning taking you back to the main menu. Or if PlayStation decides to be hey, you are offline, so you have to sign in to go online, even though I don't do that stuff because why bother? Or in the rare case, if I feel everyone's not very good, and they keep going down a lot, then possible frustration might kick in. I'm you know what, I'm just gonna go next, for better teammates. So yeah. All right. So before we venture forth, we are going to actually conjure at Shifting Earth. So outside of the round table hold, where you can see on the menu, or you can see on the menu where I'm at as Wilder, is this little thing right here. This is called the collector signboard. In it, you can be able to get a handful of things, from urns. You get a lot of urns. You get special Everdark Sovereign boss relics if you've beaten said boss. You can get additional. You can also get additional relics and stuff here, for characters, some of them can be, some of them can be kind of tied to certain, characters, or others are what I like to refer to as universal relics and stuff like that. You can also be able to get garbs. You can get from the Dawn, Darkness, and then whatever Dark Souls that you can that you you know, that character has, you know, once you've beaten the game, because the only way to get like you know, the last two special ones is if you've beaten the game. And I believe like with the Wild, and I believe like with Scholar and Undertaker, I think you have to beat the DLC to get their special stuff for them. So yeah. Oh, I did conjure Shifting Earth, and I didn't show you guys Shifting Earth. But you can do all that. You can go to give the signboard the Witch's Brooch, which is a Guardian Remembrance thing. Doesn't really matter because they both do the same whether you have like, you know, regular or cracked. You can also decide at Grace to have it be like, you know, light and vibrant or dark and eerie, or you can conjure Shifting Earth. And these are your options. So Crater. Crater is going to be a thing where you can be able to go, you can go down to the center of the earth, find a magma worm, and then get you know, some of your weapons to like legendary status, +1 all the way up to +3. Mountaintop is going to be like the Snowy region area. It's going to be like on the left side of the map. Sometimes you can be able to do stuff there, but like, you know, get like some possible frost, you know, type stuff. You know, maybe like, you know, some throwables or whatever. Rotted Woods. Pretty much, you know, you have Scarlet Rot infested woods that you can go to. Noclateo, Shrouded City. Basically, if you have this going, then there will be no castle at the center of the map. And instead, you know, you have to, well, you don't have to per se, but you know, instead you deal with the, you know, Dragon City. Great Hollow, mostly for DLC. I don't really know exactly what the difference is per se, because the DLC maps are weird. I'd say like interesting, but weird at the same time. But anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna conjure a mountaintop Shifting Earth, because this will help out a little bit in terms of dealing with Caligo. Because Caligo is known to be a giant ice dragon, and you know, he can be able to, being an ice dragon, he deals with a lot of fucking frost. So what you want to do, at most, is you want to try and, you know, get the mountaintop somehow, and whether it be like, you know, if you conjure it yourself, or you know, if you just, you know, get lucky. But you want if you want to have like a little bit of an easier time, whether you face the normal version of Caligo or his Everdark or the Everdark version, you want to be able to have, you know, as much frost resistance as possible, because it can be a bitch and a half if you don't. Now I'm not saying like it's done. I'm not saying like it's. I'm not trying to say though like it's, you know, that it's impossible to beat Caligo without mountaintop Shifting Earth. Like I've done it before, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's best to try and hopefully conjure that particular Shifting Earth, and then, you know, go from there. One of those spam body count things. So yeah. By the way, you know, if you're a streamer and you see something like that, you know, pop up in your chat, that's not a real person. You know, it's one of those like bot accounts where it's like, hey, add me on, like, hey, you know, add me on Discord. You know, I love your stuff, even though, like, you know, they, you know, you've only met them for like the first fucking time. So yeah, basically, if you see something like that, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Ban them, stuff like that. Because they're not. It's not a real account. It's just one of those fucking bot account type things. Okay, I'm going to do something that I didn't think I actually would be able to do. So I'm going to queue up for both the regular and Everdark version of Caligo and see what happens. Because Everdark Caligo was in this week's current rotation thing and all that, so we might we might see if we can get a thing. Man, now the question of the day is, will we actually get into any sessions? Because part of me is not wanting to really do this whole thing solo, but because the whole idea is oh, I'm trying to fucking play with random people, and get matched up that way. Now, I will say that for the most part, I have played a lot of. I have done I have done the thing of Night Rain. I have attempted to play Night Rain solo. I mostly did that when I did my solo Iron Knight run. I think I did a few other little bosses and everything, like early bosses per se, with some other different characters. But Iron Eye was the one that I tried to do solo the most to see what happens. And I did manage to get the night aspect and everything. And I will admit, I did rage quit because I thought I personally felt like I got cheated out of of my win and everything like that. Because he was getting hits on me that he wasn't supposed to. And everything. And it was just so fucking annoying. But yeah, I got to that aspect, and I'd say for the most part to me I feel like I did decently well in that last run that I did and that run that I did with Iron Eye solo. I just hated some. I just hate some of the basically I just hate some of the moves that that Holster pulls off and everything like that, because it's one of those moments where it's you think you have you think that you can make distance, right? And the next thing you know, it's oh, just the fucking AoE splash damage or something. I really want to have I really want to get lucky to get a mountain, get down to have a mountaintop and actually have someone that and actually have people that will do the thing. And honestly, I will say I am kind of hoping for regular Caligo and not really so much Everdark Calico, but if I can go get into a session, you know, that has Mountaintop, you know, with with a few people, then you know it'll be somewhat bearable enough, you know, to at least try. All right, 3 of 3. Which one? What version are we getting? Tug a deck. We're getting Everdark Calico. Okay, let's see what happens. Raider and Duchess. I mean, Revenant and Duchess. I don't know why I said Raider. Damn it, Raider's on my brain apparently. But yeah, if we could be able to, you know, somehow be successful in a Everdark Calico run with this, then I will basically count that, you know, as, you know, part of the thing. You know, like, even though it's an Everdark Dissolvent version, you know, but still, you know, it's still the boss, you know, which is, you know, like a new little phase to deal with and whatnot. So, and like I said, you know, like we got fucking Mountaintop. All right, Flames. Alright. Looks like some pretty decent little stuff. Throwing daggers, firepot. No joke, I literally thought that the Revenant was going to fucking fall off. I'm gonna keep that for now. Okay, so we got one fireplace for right now. Question is, are we gonna? Well, question is though, is like, will we get lucky to get some fire-based weaponry? Sure, I'll take that. And lightning. I'll let them try and handle that a little bit. I'm about to say, where the fuck is Grace at? Okay. Guess we got a night invasion area. Can't go wrong with some improved stats breaking. Alright, where do they want to go now? Over here. Fire flame blade. And it's got fire flame and red mains and epic restoration spawn sets of attacks. Well, got fire weapons right now. I don't mind one bit. That's one bit. Just curious to see if they wanted that. Well, you know. There's another smithing stone one. Okay, you got some good, nice little stuff there, but that is a revenant. War Revenant. Yeah, I'll get giant hunt, sure. Let's see, so. Excuse me. And just my headset there. I forgot. I forgot that I had the fucking thing on heat on the heater. I was like, why am I feeling so warm? Actually, you know what? I think I'm good. I think right now what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna try and keep this, and maybe use this, you know, for like, you know, ways like, to get, to heal myself a little bit just in case. That way, I hopefully, quote unquote, can save up my flasks. It's like I really need them for the emergency. An emergency, man. So what are you thinking? Going down? Or... Ow! It's how much I go for fucking giants, huh? I'll take that. Oop, what's this? HP restoration upon landing attack. Good, damn. What do you think? You should take it, not take it. You know, I'll take it. Oh. Ow. Alright. Piercing thing. I'll get resistances. Take that for now. Retreat favor. As a 3-thought. That's a sword of strength. Boys. If I want, I don't really know what I want. One great sword. Switch to that right now. Level 9. Alright, so 5, 6. One of those. It's like, can we not do that out right now? Like we can try it on day 2, but like. Chadwick! Ow. Damn it, no. Ow. Oh, fuck you, Godric. Ow. Ow. Where? You look at it! Here. Holy ground, low HP. Now, it seems like whatever it was that happened over there, looks like they might have possibly, yeah, it looks like they possibly actually got, they managed to beat whatever invaders were there. So let's see what kind of some things there are. Gargoyle, Black Blade. Executor. Executor here. Iron Eye. Executor here, Iron Eye there. You know what? I'm gonna take Vike's War Spear. Yeah, I'm taking the War Spear, Vike's War Spear, because it has fire. Oh, fuck you, Libra. I gotta take Sword Milos. Volcan Libra. I hope that they're smart and not and realize that it's like, hey, you know, you need to fucking. Alright, power game. I'll actually take the rooms. Wait, what was that? Yeah. Alright, so see if we can go get the flask. I was kind of making sure everything's, you know, still good as well, because if we do a thing now where it's like I have my my stream on my phone. Heck. Always nice to have a food item discovery. Oh no. Hey, get out of my way! Alright. Alright. Let's put the phone too. Alright, so I believe that I should be able to get my Monk's Fire Flame Blade thing up some stuff. Much as I would love to get that, like, I think I'm decently good for right now. Yeah, let's try and head to the mountaintop. Get the, no stuff and things there. 26. I think it's a little bit better, a little bit higher damage, but passive and everything like that, you know, AP restoration. I think I said I'm technically good. I am Hayushe Uchi. It'd be quite the thing if I somehow managed to get like a winning grace with how much, you know, with all this stuff. It was like provides discovery here, provides discovery there. Recovery speed. Hey, yeah. Spec you on your ass, bitch. Smack that ass, bitch. Smack that ass. Dragon effect. Ow. Get over here, bitch. Yeah, I might come experiment with like the spear and the flame blade. Not who I'm wanting to name it. That. Come on, game, jump up there. Thankfully, what happened last time when I did my little expedition didn't happen this time. God damn it. Bully crossbow, bitch. Alright. Power gained. Pass frost by damage, frost buildup, no by frost boost attack. Gotta love it. Ow. Let's get the head. Put it on me! Dead. Oh. Son of a bitch. I gotta do it. Hold on. Alright, so we got I'd say we got some pretty nice little stuff and things. Question is, question is, can we put it all together and have an art version of Caligo? Alright. Max level. I believe it's going to be possibly Geometry Sentinel out. Yeah, especially when you got something like that happening. Block. One world Everman's dead. Nice. Alright, defend the attack thing. Eat that out of here. Okay. Let's see if we can use the Spectrum Stone too. Just that, okay. That's perfectly fine, yeah. That, one of those. A little bit of this. So flash goes there. Okay. Have an art Caligo. I'd say depending on how things go, you know, this is like, okay, you know, once in a while, they're like, okay, you know, I got mountaintop, we get mountaintop, and we'll see how it happens. As I just noticed that the Duchess has the remembrance look. I could tell, and I know because of her hair design. Flyby 1. Ow. Oh, that ain't fair. That should have been a fucking, like, get out of that shit, type of. Flyby. Yep, flyby again. Ow. Doggy. Ow. I hate to do it, but and I am officially out of heals. First to do that. And another flyby. Looks like it's going after the Duchess right now. Yeah. Part of me kind of wishes I had fucking Dreadlord relic on. The amount of fucking stats effect this thing, producing. Ow! I got whiplash. I got whiplash. And that's why I don't usually like fighting Everdark Caligo. Because of shit like that. Sell. Sell. Keep for now. Now, can I get a regular Caligo, please? Please and thank you and please. Yeah, I almost would. I almost would bet that the fucking Dreadlord relic would probably be nice little thing to have for Caligo, especially with the status build up and everything. You know, frostbite and whatnot. I think one of the teammates that I was playing with, GG'd, saying a little GG. But yeah, I would love to hopefully do a thing where it's like, I can get a, get Mountaintop for Caligo, and then hopefully, Noclateo for Night Aspect. Alright, we got 2 or 3. I'm honestly kind of curious about. I'm honestly kind of curious about that. Imagine if you would, where it's like, you had the Dreadlord relic, and maybe had like some fire, type stuff as well. And looks like we got a scholar. 4, 3, 2. Okay. But I will say though, even though like we lost, I think we did pretty good there. And apparently that same person has invited me, even like I'm kind of doing my own thing right now. Like, sorry, but I'm doing my own thing. Oh, looks like we got another night invasion. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Need the shield. Blow some fire grease, fire pot. Throwing daggers. Oh, hello. Alright. Do that. Alright. Okay, we got, fireplace thing over there. Take old valve. Uh-oh, no. I see Loretta's bitch ass close by. Oh, get over here. Get over here. Ow. Ow. Thank you. Edge. Alright. Get that on out of here. Oh, lovely. One lightning annoyance to another. Fuck. That should have been a hit right there. What Raven says. I can't do the thing. Oh, now he's up there. What a bitch. You're a bitch, you know that? Mr. AD. make. It does kind of suck that the fucking the only place that has like possible guaranteed fire is like way off in the corner. Alright, so here's the plan that I have right now. If we can somehow be able to have a successful run on this, then I will attempt maybe like 1 or 2 times at most on, queuing up for a night aspect expedition. But if we fail here, then I probably might consider this a bit of a failure of a run for right now. For this little thing. Bewitching branch. And for whatever reason, the scholar just left. God damn it, dude. I shouldn't be getting the penalty because I'm the only one that's left in the thing. So, not even through day one. So not even through day one we were able to make it through a regular fucking Calico expedition. Because people ended up leaving. Man, just And I'm pretty sure because of how fucking Night Rain is and everything like that that might possibly fucking like punish me somehow, maybe like punish me for it, even like I was the last one that left because everyone else decided to leave. Like I don't get it. Like I don't get why. I've been trying to like sort of I've been trying like to sort of like be distinctive away from that, but like I feel like that might have been like a rage quit, even like I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just that random gut instinct because like a lot of times whenever I would when I would play with randoms they just up and leave like that. Chances are like it feels like it's always going to be a rage quit. So here's what's going to happen now due to all that. If I can't be able to get into an expedition when it hits 8 p.m. my time, if we're stuck in queuing limbo, then I'll probably just end it there. Maybe take a little bit of a break for a while or something, and then attempt to maybe do like a midnight Let's Plays live thing or something like that. Because like because it really sucks, and it's like because I really hate when these kind of things happen, especially like with playing with random people. Now before anyone kind of like somehow gets the wrong idea, it's like, don't get me wrong, okay? Like I don't mind playing with random people that I don't know and all that jazz, but like the thing that just gets to me is like when random people just up and leave, or like up and leave a session, or like or like in Dead by Daylight, for example, it's like where it's like a survivor, like they get hit one, they get hit once, down once, or hooked, even hooked once, and all of a sudden they just just up in DC. It's just so fucking stupid. And it's like, and the goal for Night Rain, say like, oh, doing this risk, issue a current penalty or whatever the fuck, and it's just like, you can't do that. You're not supposed, you can't do that. If one person's left, like it was really supposed to be like in the trial run or whatever. Trial run full trio session. Like you can't do you. Like to me, like they should not be able to do that. Like you should not be able to get that kind of message to be like, oh, like oh, we noticed that you're leaving. Okay. Cause yeah, like cause I really hate when stuff like that happens, and it's just like it ruins the playthrough, and like it prolongs things that I feel like shouldn't be prolonged. Like don't get me wrong, okay? Like I've been having some fun, with just, doing this little fun run build thing, of having like a build based around Arborias, and being been calling myself not Arborias, because I'm wilder and that outfit and all that stuff. But sometimes it's just one of those situations where it's just like you know you just hate seeing it. It's like when things get ruined because people want to rage quit because something doesn't go their way or whatever. Now if and I say this as like a big if. Now if the reason why that the scholar left was because of like IRL stuff, you're like like there was like an emergency or personal matter stuff like that, I'd be less that I would be less annoyed at him or at them, but I would still question about like why the other wild were left. But it's like yeah, it's like I would be less annoyed, if I somehow found out that you know if that was the case. It still sucks though, but but like at least there would be but at least like there would be the understanding. I guess it's like while I play the fucking waiting game to see if I actually get a third member. Might check on the Inverted Shadow because apparently he's streaming right now. Apparently he's playing some Delta Rune.
seconds, but if anything happened to him, I'd kill everyone in this call and then myself.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, 3-3. Give it to me. It should be. They should really fix it to where it's like when it's like as soon as it has matchmaking 3-3, then it automatically puts you into the thing. Cause like I really hate when it's like, oh, it's like, like you got the thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you take the piss out of it and everything like that. Next thing you know, it goes back down to like 2-3 or even 1-3, God forbid. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna just re-queue up again, just see what happens. Sometimes requeuing, could work, sometimes it might not. Didn't mean to go to it to play the fucking thing. Here we go again. Matchmaking 3-3. Should be matchmaking complete, like right off the bat. But no. Thank fuck. I should also make sure I have my stream elements stream up on my phone and everything. Alright, so we got an executor. And like, can we please have a successful thing? You know, stick it out all the way to the very end. Because that would be very nice. You know, I'm gonna randomly try something just for that a little bit. I was gonna go to the stream manager thing on my phone. This thing I'll go from there. Alright, let's see what we got. Power. I find it funny that the Iron Eye chooses to have the strong armor deals frost damage. We're literally going up against an enemy that's all about that. That's all about that frost. About that frost. Actually, let me get the church over here. Alright. Slow down, please. Source FP. What we got over here? Alright, fire flambers. Would be kind of nice if we somehow. Would be kind of nice if we somehow got if we somehow got something that gave us FP restoration upon landing attacks. Then we could be able to put that shit on our offhand. well. Ask and I shall receive, apparently. What was that? Well, I got 2 flamberges. Still not enough to get the fucking level 3. Is thou kidding me? Let's hope it's not an ancient dragon. Oh, lovely. Oh, you lucky fuck. No! And look who it is. It's Loretta's bitch ass. Woo! It's a waiter. I'll take that for the humor. Wait, I will take this for the humor because it has attacks of like sweep. And you can have do that rest of that as you will. Alright. Alright, so we got 2 flamberges. One of them's fire. For right now, though, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use regular flamberge. Use that as my little, main go-to weapon. I'll probably keep flamberge for a little while. Let's face it, I'll get, something that, might be a little bit better, but, still can, be used as fire and all that stuff. Okay, no chest there. Okay, then we can get the church thing there. Look at that old boy go. Not on that. Reaper's here apparently.
Nate.
One more run. Ah, you bitch. Yeah, fucking bitch you. And we got fucking... We got the fucking dwells. Truly, at least. And Sorbilos. Yee. Which way favor? I'm gonna go see him real quick. A wee blah. Woo! Found another body. Just know that we didn't do that. Unfortunately, gonna have to kind of play the waiting game. That's like a little waiting game. Alright. It'd be funny if there was like a random chest around here. Ew! Ow, that should not have been a hit. Occupado. Ow. Oh no. Okay. That's it. Now I can have me some fun with all that. Ooh-ha, yee-ha. Alright, so it looks like we got all the churches. That's cool. Achoo! Achoo! No scarab on me there. Hello. I dodged that. I don't care what anyone says. Got him. I'm just gonna mistake that. Not saying that those things are bad, but like, I had some pretty nice little different things. Only mainly going this way, you know, to have like a bit of a shortcut, quote unquote. You know, I'm gonna try something for the hell of it. HP consumption. Wow, I dodged out of that and I still get hit. Ow. Let me see what we got. And dragon effects. I guess I'll do that for right now, sure. Still like, you know, a lot of other stuff though as well. Oh, hello. That's funny. As nice as that is, also I think I just learned something new about the death poker. Famous dragon. Don't take them on right now. Let's get the relic, the power first. Okay. There we go, right down here. I couldn't do anything because I was in the fucking, you know, fucking roar animation. Ugh. Attack powerful and defeating enemies. Fuck yeah. I was gonna find some fuckers to kill. I dodged that. Okay. Oh, let get off me. Ow. Fuck you. That. Get that out of here. Storage P. Let me set my stuff up here a little bit. Alright. So if we can be able to beat this, then I will try my luck on getting a 9 aspect expedition. But I'm going to but I am going to change the shifting earth once I get knocked the tail. Grab my controller because it's going to vibrate. Out of there real quick. Found you. Owie. Alright, fly by. frame rate. Damn it, I was hoping to get a fucking head. Wait, really? It's like I hear like the dying sound. Yeah, next thing I was like, sounded like a little bit of that health.
Hey!
Nice. Okay. That would actually manage to get a thing. Alright. That's decent. I'm gonna sell it. Sell that. I think that, I'm trying to think, like, that could, I think I could be a thing for a clue, so I'll keep that for now. Sell that. And sell that. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until it, loads back. I'm gonna wait till I get back into the thing. And then I'm actually going to be RB. Because I'm gonna try my luck. Because what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna try my luck on on Nightlords, fight the boss and all that. But when I get back, I'm going to change. I'm going to switch the shifting gears to Nightlords, so that we can be able to hopefully get that. Hopefully get the power and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna blue screen you guys, and I'm gonna mute my mic. Alright, I am back. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to conjure up Noclateo. And then we're going to go for Night Aspect. I guess while we wait, hopefully and everything, I'm gonna kind of just give my little suggestions for for shifting Earth and whatnot. So, when it comes to Crater, I say that it's good for any boss, and I say that it's good really for any boss that that there is. You can be able to get you can be able to get your weapon up to legendary status. Sometimes it could be your base starting weapon or something that you might find down the line. Mountaintop, mostly good for Caligo, whether it be regular or Everdark. That's the thing, with the frostbite stuff, as we saw earlier. Rotted Woods. To me, I'd say Rotted Woods could be good for anyone, but if I was to pick a boss in particular that it could be useful for, um, I would have to technically give it to Dreadlord, because in phase one of Dreadlord's fight, you are immune from Scarlet Rot. However, it does take it away in phase two, but you still get to keep the partial HP restoration ability. So Noclateo. So Noclateo. I'd say that's another one of those things where it's like it can be good for overall for anyone. Um, it can be good for overall anyone that you go up against. Um, but if I was to randomly choose one boss that if I was to choose one random boss to use it for, I probably would give it. I probably would summon it for Night Aspect. Basically, because if you can be able to go through the city and gain the power of getting like the little law of revive once everyone's down. You can be able to get it can help kind of turn things around, give you like another second chance. Or third or more, depending on like, if you have Winding Graces on hand. Great Hollow. Can't really give much my thoughts on that because it's a DLC map. Only works best on the new DLC maps, for the bosses. So yeah, don't really have much to say with that. Ooh, Raider. Niner and period. Alright, well. We got a team, so let's find out what's gonna happen. Like, let us find out what is going to happen. Let's see what we got. Interesting. Straight swords. Okay, not bad. No real complaints. There's a few skill costs. Yep. Throwing daggers. Fire pot. Another fire pot. Alright. Yeah, fuck off. Not seeing any guarantee, not seeing any holy places, so that could be interesting, to say the very least. Get out of here. I'll do that for now. Even though I'm not gonna guarantee TV. No, but I'll be using it, but take curved sword. Resulting flesh. Excusez-moi. More skills. I want to interact with this, get local clues. Anybody got time for your bitch ass? It's all Penny Skinny side. Nope, nope. I thought it was Penny Skinny, aka fucking Skinny God Skin, but it was not, thankfully. I'm down going into the mine. Take that for right now. Definitely take that. Ow. Motherfucker! Ugh. 17, well, not. Go, go, get. Take physical attack up. Fire grease, fire pot. Oh, I should know about that. 2 daggum fireplace, fire locations. That's it. Well, tweed, 128. Are you ready? So you've got special merch. Be interested in. See what special merch has. Damn. Howie. Gotta quit more. Was that a bad boy over there? Get out of here. Alright, Red Wolf Duelist. Arsu! Arsu! Alright. Well, to your next failures. We could, check out these little areas. See what kind of stuff happens. Alright. So we kind of scurred, we go over here. that. Do that, why the black? Do that, why the black? It's a magic to a bomb. Sure. I reckon I'll do that right now. What the hell happened? Son of a bitch. Hey, boy. God damn. Executor. Wow, he's up in the fucking thing. And somehow he's still able to move. Ouch! Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do it in time. You keep running around too much. Look at that, increase maximum HP and increase maximum stamina. What color am I? I'm blue. Double do double da. Sorry. It's I had to get. Oh, you gotta improve the dodging. Yeah. Bitch! Stop it! Stop it! Take my fucking hands off the controller for 1 second. Trust things. Here we got more back. All the way to Sweetbird. Ow. This is a texture. It's PvP. Saving up these mythic stone twos. Just in case. Cause you never know, I might find something a little bit better. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's the dodging thing. Like anyone with it yet. That's because I already got something much better. Even though it's not a great sword, but it is a sword nonetheless, and I can, it is holy, so. Well, that's funny. Mostly like, where is the bitch? Hey! Stamina recovery speed. Stamina. Here. Purple. Lighting round. Magic. I'll take it for right now. Because I had a slot. I'll take it right now because I had the slot for it. Stamina raised. Right, jump down here. Out, ooh, eat, out, ooh. I got grabbed. And somehow I did because I thought I had 1 HP left. Fuck you. Stuff with things we got here. Not even walking. Or not even doing the walking on my own. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do, if we actually go to that little spot, you know, do a little bit of that duping. I'm probably going to dupe the colossal sword. Alright. Colossal sword. Going to do that. Hell of it. Alright, now, I'm gonna see, cause I want to assume that I can be able to upgrade the colossal swords, right? Yep. Now, 237, 237. Oh boy. Wow. Now that's funny. the rapid. Fuck. Alrighty then. Alright, let's see. Stone 2. We'll actually take that. Alright. So let's see how things go, shall we? Hoping everything goes nicely. I'll just take it, upgrade that. Okay, still get mine on at this point, you know. Kind of just checking most stuff and things. Kind of just checking on certain individual gonna be trying about raiding in a little bit. Ow. I move. Ow. I need a heal. Fuck you. I just literally healed, so I should not be able to have taken any damage. I don't know. That's Dreadlord. From fucking Scarlet Rot. Yeah, you fucking got knocked right to it. I got knocked towards him. And I got no more heals. And I'm about to get one shot. And I got Scarlet Rotted. And I couldn't do anything because I literally got knocked in. I was literally getting juggled in the air. God damn it! Stop that! You're not allowed to do that! I hate the fucking like AoE nerfs. I fucking hate the AoE splash damage and shit. God damn it! I wasted my damn thing. Oh, and I'm at the edge of the map. And it's Caligo becomes Cross. Nice. Yeah, no. Well, that fucking place, that fucking power looked saved their ass there. Otherwise, we would have been we would have been game over. So yeah, that that's the end of the Night Arborias run. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna let the little cutscene thing play here. Alright, I'm gonna skip that. I just want to just kind of, play the little thing there. Alright, let's see. Fell, Wrath of Gold. Let's do some thing. Peripheral Strike. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be at the end of this stream and everything. I'm glad we were able, to make some progress and everything like that. Like even like we had like a bit of a rough start, with dying to Everdark Caligo to, um, like so from dying to Everdark Caligo to teammates leaving during normal before like a normal expedition thing happened with regular Caligo and stuff like that. But I'm happy overall. I'm happy overall that we had to do all these different things. Alright, so first things first. Never mind, I can't be able to do it because my fucking. Well, hold on. I might go silent for a little bit because for whatever reason, like my control stick is doing the thing where, like, if I'm trying to like like bring up the like the PlayStation keyboard thing, it I think it's part of the drift, like the stupid drift thing. But give me a sec. Alright, let me just check everything real quick to see if everything's still good. Okay. Now, as I was trying to say, I'm going to turn my name back to Mr. Rumble Roses. S-E-S. Alright, so yeah. That's that's gonna be it for the Arborias run and everything. The only time I would really see it being brought back is if I was doing like maybe like another like a cosplay build thing with someone else, where it's like they, maybe they have like a certain build that they're playing, for a certain character in hand. But let's see. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Is that thing actually there? All right. So yeah. So this is gonna be something that's gonna be happening in the future. But this is gonna be another little play thing we'll be trying to do in the future where I do a wilder build where I have I have a build that that has like all of Wilder's like special attributes and whatnot. But that's not gonna be for a while. But the next thing that will happen though will be when the next time I play Night Rain on stream, I will be doing a Guardian build. I'll be playing around with this little build here in particular. and see how things go. And then maybe along the way, like I might, try other stuff and things here and there. There's definitely gonna be some more Raider stuff. That's for sure. But yeah. Alright, gonna switch over to PC. But yeah, like I said, probably the only time I would, bring up, Arborias, aka the Arborias build, is if I was doing like a little thing of where, kind of like a little cosplay build, but with possibly other people, which I doubt it's gonna happen, but you know. Okay. Now there's playing the waiting games, so I can be able to type my own chat. Because that's unfortunately a thing where it's like, oh, like you want to, you want to type in your own chat, you want to be able to, do the raid message and everything like that. So for a raid, it was like, fuck you. Alright. Alright, so yeah, so like I said, we're going to end here, and, we are going to raid. Cause I have pretty good little ideas who I'm going to raid into. So, make sure everything's playing nicely. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to try and raid into the Inverted Shadow. Um, he's playing some Deltarune with, and everything. I think it's like his first experience. In the case of anyone's randomly wondering, I have a lollipop. So that's probably, so if my voice sounds a little bit different, that's why I got a lollipop in my mouth. Alright. Slash raid. The Inverted Shadow. I like how it's like I put the word, put the the first letter of the T, and it's like it didn't register, so it's like I put T inverted shadow. Alright. Alright, so this is the plan that I have for this week at most. So, if everything goes well, my next planned stream will hopefully be on Friday, as part of my, because this is still like my active week of streaming. I'm gonna be playing some more Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna be trying to play more of the event and everything. Might try a few little killer rounds, see if I can maybe play it, do some stuff with Adepting Jason, aka Jason Voorhees, even though he's called Jason, but we all know who it is. And then probably play some more Survivor, and everything. Um, Saturday will be another installment of Shoot 'em Up Saturday. Probably gonna be doing some in regards with Doom, like classic Doom. Then probably on Sunday I might do some. I probably might do some Outlaws Remastered. But yeah, if you enjoy what you saw today and everything, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all this usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, even Blue Sky as well, even though I don't post anything on there. So yeah. But yeah, until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.